my caffeine addiction. In this video, I'm gonna share with you why is it that I quit, how did I do it, all the side effects that came with quitting, as well as the benefits, and the story of my life of why in the first place I started drinking caffeine. And by the way, guys, as a disclaimer, I am from Mexico, as you can see in my beautiful background here. Hopefully you can tell, maybe not by the background, but by the bubbly personality that I have. And here people are heavy coffee drinkers, like seriously, even in small towns and big cities, because of all the stress, like in Mexico City, and I live in Guadalajara. Anyhow, I was not an addict of coffee, just to take it into consideration. My big love was for tea. Like, I am such an avid consumer. I was such a fan of tea, especially loose leaf tea, because when I was living in China, I moved to China like 20 years ago to study university. And somehow, little by little, I'm not sure in which precise moment, I just became addicted. Like, I was trying and testing all those samples teas that they offer you. Pu'er tea, Bilochung, like green tea, Liu cha, Hong cha. I really like it. The Chinese red tea, which is very different from the English breakfast, or Earl Grey. Oh my God, I just love tea, Like, if you're a tea drinker, you can understand that whenever it's like the early morning, just as coffee drinkers, I guess, and you smell this and you see the steam coming out of the pot, it's just like divine. I was just so addicted. And my favorite tea was oolong tea and green tea, and also the red. In Chinese it's called red tea, although in elsewhere it's like black tea, but they taste different. Anyways, there are so many kinds, premium ones and all that jazz. So I became like a very good student of like different types of tea, and I was just like immersed in the tea culture in China. Somehow, when I was studying, I guess I started drinking a little bit of coffee. Like, Starbucks was just behind Shenzhen University. If you are watching from Shenzhen, if you have been there, it's just there. Hello to the Shenzhen followers. And I started drinking coffee, and soon after I was just dependent on the beverage. After that, I remember, oh, by the way, Chinese will have this, like the filter. Anywhere you will see this water filter, like in the student dorm, in the student areas, classrooms. So you can just bring your pot, it's like nowadays, you have seen these mugs that they contain, like you can put water and the water will be warm for whatever, 8 hours or more. In China, this was all very old style kind of way, so I guess it's new for us to keep the beverage either very cold or warm. Anyways, they use these like mugs. Not all of them are like stainless steel mugs. Some of them are crystal mugs, which are super elegant and beautiful, and they have this filter. So you will see students. Oh, I love it. This part of being a student in China. You will see students, instead of just drinking this like sugar containing, energizing drinks or coffees, you will see them with the mug. Either, most of them were glass mugs or plastic mugs. Anyways, they were transparent, so you can really get to see through the loose leaves of the tea and just admire the whole experience of pouring the hot water from those filters. That I was really kind of hesitant whether this water was, healthy. I heard so many there, even they had studies that this water contained a lot of metals that was not healthy for the body. Anyways, the experience of seeing all those students just fill their mugs or their cups, their crystal teacups, with hot water from those filters, and see those loose leaves. And every student, it was super interesting that in those classes, like classrooms, all the students were sitting down, the Chinese students, and they had their crystal mugs with their loose leaves just being infusionated, and they will be drinking non-stop all day through to get this energy, you know. Whereas in like the West, I'm from Mexico, I'm saying here they're heavy drinkers. Students are drinking just directly coffee, as well as our neighbor, the USA, big cups of coffee, extra large, you know. So I guess I just felt in love with the idea of having something green, just like as you can see here, the whole environment, like having this we have some flowers here. This is called jacaranda now. It's purple. I love them. So having all these like green leaves, most of them were drinking green tea, just being poured in the crystal cup, and just like they were enjoying the beverage. So I had the idea that this was healthy because it looked healthy, you know. It looked more healthy than the dark, very, how is the texture of coffee? I mean, it's just very dark. So at one side, at one glance, you can just directly relate it that this very dark liquid is just gonna get into my like body. So somehow I will have to clear it up in order to detox it away, right? So tea seemed like a healthier option for me. And I have been reading in the internet, as well as the Chinese always say like they will use it for ginseng to give them energy and to have like amazing skin benefits, antioxidant. And it was not as like harmful as coffee, as far as I know. And I just fell in love with the whole idea of like sitting down, having a relaxed moment, and having a cup of tea. But a cup of tea just becomes like a teapot, you know, like little by little, because usually in China you will have little cups and you will just be drinking them. Anyways, I just started drinking drinking the tea, the loose leaf tea, the very premium quality that I could be easily finding in China. And I just became so addicted. And recently, I even, to the point of, I was ordering my tea from China, guys. Like, I'm living here and I did order twice, or maybe twice or three times, tea from China. Like, I ordered my assistant, because I have a trading company, by the way, in the city of, like in whole China we have a staff, but anyways, I ordered my logistics assistant in the city of Shenzhen. Hey, could you just receive my packages, because I'm gonna be sending some tea and I wanted to be shipped here. So I ordered red tea and I ordered oolong tea, and the oolong tea that tasted like cream, oh my god, it's called nai cha. I don't know, they call it like this, nai cha, or I think it's something like that. Anyways, it just smells divine, and I ordered it through here. I mean, through I got it from like air cargo, and it comes on little packages that you can open. It's all like very well packed in order to be preserved very well. And I was just drinking non-stop. And there was this one day that somehow I was left out of tea leaf, and I started researching here where I could find good premium like Chinese tea. I found some options, but I tried them and they were not as good, and tea came all in one bag. It was not like in China, they put it in little bags, so in order for you to have the specific portion to be drink and not to somehow the whole rest of the leaves will be oxidated, right? Anyways, I was having a little bit of a hard time finding the quality that I was purchasing from China. And I was also spending, you know, guys, if you don't come. And there was this one time when I was like laying at my bed, and there is this lady, by the way, how to say, shout out to Vivian. We made a like vegan potluck when I was my last moments in Shenzhen of 2019. And she somehow commented about my person and my blogs and all my story of like becoming a vegan Mexican living in Shenzhen to this one guy that was a Mexican that was giving some lectures in Shenzhen. And he was vegan, and he came to contact me. And I was just asking him like, hey, you know, I'm sleepless, I'm having these digestion issues because I ate this late, whatever. And I was like, you know what, I'm having these white hairs coming and I feel a little bit stressed lately. I feel so like anxious because I always try to take very good care of myself. I don't want to have this hair premature aging. I mean, it's not that premature, you know, I'm 38, 37. And he directly said, like, you have to quit caffeine in order to sleep better because caffeine blocks melatonin. So you will have this issue. The more you drink, the more you are blocking this hormone, and it's the hormone that will preserve you the more in regards to anti-aging. You are just blocking this hormone, so it makes no sense that you are doing this to yourself. It's a disservice for your own body and your like overall health. And sooner or later you will have this process being like a speed up, you know, because you are blocking the melatonin hormone, which makes the body like rejuvenate more. It's like the one that helps the body overall anti-age, because it does help you to go to sleep better, sleep deeply, have just that night of that kind of rest that will make your whole body just be well rested. And I was like, no way! I just bought a lot of like tea bags from this shop in Mexico that I wasted maybe like $50. And I was like, no way! I just bought all these packages. I am not willing to just throw them away. Like, seriously, guys, can you not relate to that? If you have your coffee, like your freshly, I don't know, coffee beans there, just bought some from wherever place that you like. If I am telling you now this story, maybe you are also wanting to quit, but you're like, but I'm gonna lose those $50. Yeah, but you're losing more. Listen to me. So I was not very reluctant to follow his advice, but it was like 2 a.m. and I said, okay, I'm gonna go like cold turkey tomorrow. I'm gonna quit, like seriously. And he was like, yeah, you're just like the others. You wanna have beauty and youth and this and that, but you are not willing to sacrifice or like put the effort in order to have it. And I was like, no, you don't call me like that, you know. I became a raw vegan when I was in China. I'm willing to do like sacrifices at first. They seemed like a little bit of effort and put some time and energy in order to get all the benefits after. So you don't know who are you talking to. I'm right away quitting tomorrow. It was somehow challenging for me, him saying that. Anyways, the next morning I decided to stop drinking the tea that I used to. Even when I was asleep, I will be dreaming of tomorrow's first cup of tea smell and the whole ceremony of me preparing it. And I was like, what should I be drinking now? And he advised me that I should be drinking Jamaica leaf tea, which in Mexico we call it Jamaica. It's Rosella, I guess, in China. Or hibiscus. Yeah, it's hibiscus, sorry. So it does have a lot of antioxidants. So he advised me to drink that instead in order to be better well off from my skin and all. Anyways, I took 3 days, 4 days. It took me almost 5 days to recover from the detox. The first day I had awful headaches. And I didn't want to focus on anything, you know, related to work. I couldn't do exercise because my headache was so bad that I wouldn't want to go in the sun and, you know, get exposed and get even a worse pain. So I was just at home and I wanted just to lay down. And it was just so awful. The second day I also had this bad headache, like this boom, boom. But I slept so good. After the third day, I was sleeping more. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put no effort on my work. I'm just gonna lay back and relax. Until the 5th day, I was already off the headache. And I was feeling like, okay, without drinking the liquid. And I started looking for some alternatives. And now I'm drinking the gold milk. I'm drinking some flower tea like rose tea, chrysanthemum flower tea, and some like, they are called here tisana in Mexico, which are basically flower infused or fruit infused beverages, like tea, but it's not tea. It's not like camellia sinensis, it's just without the caffeine. And today, for example, guys, I woke up at 5 a.m. Until now, it's gonna be like 11 a.m. and I'm feeling so good, you know, like I woke up, I started working and I feel so good. I feel more energized. I feel like my whole system can rest better. I have better sleep, deeper sleep. And I don't feel that anxious, because when I was working the computer and I was drinking the thing, like you're drinking and you're working the computer, your neck and your shoulders and your whole body's anxiety just spikes with the beverage, especially because you are there and you're just like, it's just very annoying. So now I'm doing yoga every day, I'm meditating. I feel just much better, you know, and to the point that I can come here and express myself in a natural environment. This can mean a lot to the shift that I gave to myself, you know, because previous to that I would be like, no, why would I bother? I will just stay at home. I'm kind of burning now, but I'll just stay at home and I will just make videos there. Anyways, so I feel more relaxed, I feel more energized, I feel I'm not dependent on the beverage, and I don't feel the need to be spending on it either, because previous to that, wherever I go, I used to need to spend money on drinking that first cup of tea in the morning, because if I wouldn't do that, I would have headache all day. There was this time when we went to a trip with mom, and it was a hike or something, and it was a very beautiful place, but I was having a very hard time to keep up, and I was in a bad mood because there was not this morning tea, and I was just annoyed. So this specific experience of not enjoying fully the experience of just waking up without any need of anything. Let me have a sip of water, by the way. It's just very liberating, you know, to feel comfortable. Even I enjoy more drinking water, because previous to that I was just drinking tea. And by the way, if you are one of those that you will rely on drinking caffeine, either tea or coffee, to go to have the bowel movements and go to the toilet, I used to be that kind of person. You don't have to worry, because I go to the toilet even before drinking anything now. My digestion improved a lot. And by the way, one thing that I really like, it's like ginger tea. I am doing a lot of ginger tea, and I'm just burning now. I'm just gonna put this over. So I feel so good. I just liberated myself from an addiction that was long due. I mean, I went to China almost 20 years ago. And since then, I was into into tea. Previous to that, I was a little bit of a coffee drinker, but not that much. But when I like got to see tea and smell it, understand the tea culture, I was just in love with the whole idea of having this energizing drink for you and being healthy. But I feel better off, you know. I'm soon hopefully going to China again, and I will let you know my updates. But yeah, guys, like, I'm not wanting to fall into it again, because you have to spend money and you spend energy, like you have, like, you know, back pain or neck pain because you are so stressed, and the cortisol levels will rise whenever you're sitting in your computer and trying to work with your cup of tea or coffee. You're just making a disservice for yourself. So if you were like about to, or like ruminating on the idea of quitting, maybe this is your sign. Not maybe, for sure this is. Like, look at me, yes, I'm 37, soon turning 38. Very soon, by the way, guys. In 1 month from now will be my birthday. It's gonna be April 6th. So I feel happy that I get to arrive to, hopefully I will be arriving to a new year with this new spirit, like refreshed, re-energized, and I give this gift to my body to feel more rested and to have like a more effective time at night, with the whole thing about the melatonin hormone not being that blocked from the caffeine, and to have this renew energy. I mean, you can see from my videos, I feel better. I feel, you know, I haven't drinking coffee. I woke up at 5. I've been always a morning riser. So let me know in the comment section whether you like to wake up early or not, and you feel like I couldn't make it. Yeah, it will hurt for about 2 to 5 days. Some people I have been watching videos that will hurt for about 2 weeks, because they are very coffee dependent, so they have this addiction on like energizing drinks. But for me, it was just about that. Just have a rest. Do not go to exercise, so maybe the headache will be worse. And stay hydrated, and drink somehow an alternative of a hot beverage that somehow can give you some kind of comfort for the morning early hours. and just think about the result that you want to achieve, because the benefits are far more than the effects that are upon your body whenever you are on it, drinking the coffee or the tea. Get to arrive to this spring 2025 with a refreshed spirit. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did so, please give this video a thumbs up and be welcome to support me down below in the link of Buy Me a Coffee or the Patreon. Until the next time, kisses to the world and bye bye.